nutrition and self-care?
It's really hard. I would say my yoga practice has been probably the one thing that has taught me the most about me and about making time for me and controlling my body and controlling my mental state and my emotions. And it doesn't have to be yoga, but I think that's really helped me. I've embraced it, and that's helped me in turn. That's helped me to sort of see things and calm my spirits and focus. Yeah, I think my yoga practice for sure, and just you know, really asking myself when I embarked on this journey, for example, what it is that I wanted to accomplish. And yes, of course, I wanted to make it a viable business, but the biggest thing for me when I was setting out to do this book was the kind of book it would be, and that was to leave a legacy for my family. That was really important to me. I knew that if I couldn't make it viable as a business, that it was just as successful for me because I created something that I could leave behind for my kids, for my parents, for my family, for generations hopefully to come. Because it's a book, and I didn't speak at length about this, but it's a book that took my heritage, it's leaning on something that I know and I love, and it's made it into something that's more of me right now, which is my heritage, yes, but in a healthy way, something that my kids can derive from. They have like a manual almost to live by. And so I think when you set out to do whatever it is that you're setting out to do, it has to be something that you're passionate about, and you have to be true to that passion. You can't just say, I think I can make money on it, and I'm pretty good at it, so I'm going to do it. It's something that you really love and you enjoy, and you remind yourself of what that means. If I really do this, what does that mean? Is it that I'm leaving a legacy behind? Is it that I get to share my stories with other people, which is in part why I'm doing what I'm doing? Is it that I'm learning something about me? I've learned so much about me since November. I didn't even know I had it in me. So, you know, embrace it and do it because it's really, truly why something that you want to do and something you're passionate about. Not because everybody else around you is telling you why you should love it. Not because of the money or not because, you know, people are saying. It's got to be you. It's got to be you who decides why you're doing it. You've got to stick to that.
Thank you. Sorry, just keep it.
It's good. It's a good thing when you're making notes.
Yes, yeah, well, I'm the copious note taker. Rose.
So I started at age 31 was my journey and I committed to my health and all the things that I wanted to do, feel good, and my family on a whole other level. And I started actually with karate. I'm just going to bring that up quickly. And one of the things, yoga, I did yoga when I was a teenager, but karate called to me because no one else was doing it. And I thought if I was a person who suffered from fears and anxiety, I could feel empowered with my body, right? And it actually worked. I still practice my karate or I do yoga as well, and I do that within my, when I'm doing my mantras and every morning in that 15 minutes, which has stretched out. But I can do it in 15 minutes. I can prove it. Someone could film me and I can do it all in 15 minutes, and your entire life would change if you just followed me that day. We should do that. That'd be fun. Okay, so anyways, that's a whole other story. Tina's getting an idea from that one, right? An event, it's an event. So one of the things, no matter what you're doing, even if you're taking your 15 minutes, but you're not taking a breath, right? You're holding your breath and you're stressed out, and your body's stressed out, you're generating worry, you're generating dis-ease in your body no matter what. So one of the things that I learned from age 31 now, especially when I started with Reiki, was how to take in a breath. So I'm sure through yoga, through other, whatever avenues you've done, you've tried to breathe, because guess what? We're always breathing. Thank goodness, right? We're always breathing. It's how to take in that breath to mean something to you, to generate yourself to a calm, balanced place so that you can create anything you want. Amazing, right? Doesn't that sound amazing? Great. I'm going to show it to you, okay? I'm going to teach it to you. It's going to take timing. I'm going to do this in 30 seconds, and then I'm going to show it to you in 30 seconds in one moment, and then we're all going to practice it in 1 minute, and everyone's going to feel different, okay? Timing. So, my feet are on the ground, my hands are either on my lap or flipped over, doesn't matter. Often I sit like this. The key is you're going to take in a nice, gentle, deep breath right down into your gut. trick. You're gonna pause. You can think about puppy pause, or for those of you who know about Reiki pause. You're gonna hold it, and you're gonna release. It's called the now breath. It brings you to right now, August 11th, 2014, right here in this room, whatever time it is. It's probably 1:43. Okay? Am I close? All right. So that was 30 seconds or less, right? Yeah. That's the other thing. I never wear a watch. Right. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to do 3 now breaths. Everybody get the idea what to do? Simple. Remember the trick. The feel-good advice is that you're going to do a pause. You don't have to do this, but I like to. So you're going to do a pause when you take in your breath, and then you're going to release. So we're going to do 3 breaths. The first breath, we're going to bring in a calmness, a sense of calmness for ourselves. Let's do it. Pause. Release. The second breath, we're going to bring in peacefulness. We're going to take another deep breath. Pause. Bring in peacefulness. Release. And the third is the most incredible thing. We are going to generate peace for our families and all the people we know in the world, and even those we don't, with our next breath. Take in a nice deep breath. Pause. Generate just peace, allow that vibration to just go. Smile. Good. That's great. Excellent. Do that every morning when you wake up, before you even get out of bed. Like that, how long did it take? Be honest.
It was there's no time at all, and I'm always astounded at how poorly I breathe. Like, I don't know about you ladies, but I don't take breaths down into my gut. And it's the simplest thing, and it's free. It's free, and you know, it's funny, I was going to see last night on the couch, and I went, oh my God, talk to us about deep breathing. I know she is. And I forget, and it does need to be part of that self-care routine.
Yeah.
It needs to be, and it takes less than 90 seconds to do.
And the helpful hint, which Eloise has heard me say before, and Sarah and I'm sure Tina, is taking with everything that Fina said and that I've said today, and all that you're thinking about right now, is before you make a decision or a commitment, take a now breath, right? Take a now breath before you go for the chips, and you'll take an apple.
That's a good
Pick
idea.
up something, right?
Now
Take
breath.
it before you
Kind
make
of
a
clears
phone
your
call.
mind, makes you think about what it is.
And generate, think about that. Generate who you want to be, right? Who you want to be in one day at a time. So if you want your day to be prosperous, just generate being prosperous. And you know what happens? You go shopping and everything's on sale. Well, that's prosperity. It doesn't mean $1 million is going to fall on your head and knock you out, right? It means what is prosperity to you?
And you're able to see that.
And
right?
you're
'Cause
able to see
You're
that.
not sort of clouded,
100%.
you know, rather than walking by not realizing that things are on sale, and then you're like, oh, it's on sale.
Exactly.
You'll be able to see it, the cloud will lift.
Does everybody know what the average amount of time that you are in the intersection for? The lights turns red?
Sometimes longer than others.
Is it 30 seconds? I just wanted to guess.
It's more than
It's
that.
more than that? Okay.
It's more than that, and that is a perfect time to take now breaths. And
Of an
how
intersection.
many of us are sneaking a peeky at our smartphone?
Yeah.
Right? So it's inserting in those moments and to get grounded. And, you know, I find that if I'm, you know, before I know I'm going to see a situation with a client that's a tricky situation, you know, they're struggling, doing that now breath, I think, really helps as well. It just clears your mind. And I think when you are in your own business, you have to be on all the time. And what better way to do that than clear your mind with taking that deep breath, that now breath. Now, then you're in the moment. You're in the moment.
I had a quick thought yesterday about the evolution of women. We like to believe that we've evolved to the point where we really have generated anything that we want, and yet we don't do it, right? We don't do it, or we think we're doing it, or we want to do it, or we dream of doing it, or we dream of having it. We have generated this, or we wouldn't be 3 women and a lovely gentleman write whatever we want, anytime we want. And if you start it with using your breath, I will guarantee, I'm not even gonna say a pretty guarantee, I'm gonna guarantee it. I will guarantee it. And I always ask people to take a 3-week challenge. Practice your now breath before you do anything and see what opens up for you. And your body will get used to it. So in stressful situations, with one now breath, everything's gonna change up. I didn't mean to interrupt you, but
No,
that was really a big thing. That's my big takeaway for today.
I'm going to pass this out now and ask everyone to take one.